What's going on, guys? I'm Motonosity, and this is the Build Series 3 Beginner Bike Edition. This is episode 2, and last week in episode 1, we picked up our 2015 Yamaha R3. So if you're new to the series or new to the channel, you might not have seen my Supermoto build series or my Ruckus build series, but we're following that up with a series on a beginner bike this time. Every Sunday, I'll be bringing you guys another episode in this series, so make sure you subscribe and turn on those notification bells to make sure you get notified of all of the videos that come out in this series. And if you're finding the series after I've gotten into it a bit or after I've even completed it, there's a link down in the description with the full playlist of this series so you don't miss any part of it. Now, with my past series, I've taken bikes that I've really wanted to build and just tried to make them really awesome, unique versions of the bikes that they came. This one's gonna be no different, but this time we're working on a 2015 Yamaha R3, which is one of the most popular beginner bikes out there. Might be asking why on earth I'd be getting a beginner bike after I've been riding for 5 years and I've owned a leader bike. Well, I'm building it for you guys. This is a Patreon funded build series, which means by supporting on Patreon, you guys can help choose everything that we do for this bike. And at the end of the series, I'll be selling it to one of you guys for $1. I got a ton of rewards over on Patreon, whether it's ad-free videos, merch discounts, access to the communities that we have both on Patreon and on Discord, and polls for you guys to decide what we put onto this bike. Make sure you guys check out that Patreon link in the top description. I hope to see you guys around. But today, we're gonna be completely disassembling this bike. Now, in my past 2 series, I worked on a dirt bike and a Ruckus. Far simpler bikes, at least the Ruckus I thought it would be simpler, than the sport bike that we're gonna be working on in this series. So this disassembly may not go as easily as I would hope, but I'm gonna try my best to do as much as I can today because we gotta get this thing ready for powder coating, which you guys know I love my powder coating. But to start each of these series, we completely tore down the bike so we could start from scratch, clean slate, and see every single part that we needed to work on. Same thing with the Ruckus. Tore it down to start out. Yeah, it's gonna be no different with the Yamaha R3. Now, I don't pretend to be a certified motorcycle mechanic. I'm just a guy who learned stuff by doing it in his garage, so bear with me. I don't know everything, but I do my best, and I've done it on 2 bikes so far, so here's to hoping it goes all right. So I'm gonna start on the easiest stuff that I know I can do right away, and that's taking off all the fairings. Something I do probably weekly on my R6 because we're working on that bike as well. But that should at least let us get down to the nitty gritty, start seeing all the different parts, the electricals, and taking off the wheels and exhaust and stuff like that. So let's get started, shall we? By the way, I put on the, temporarily at least, the rear swing arm spools. I put those on, I took them off my R6 and I put it on here so that I can use my rear stand because I'm definitely gonna need a rear stand to do this. Hey GoPro, can you be quiet? It's updating. So yeah, got those on, we'll get it up on the stand and then start taking this thing apart. Are you learning how to ride over here, Aylin? Are you learning how to ride? It's like, I was just playing with this lever right here.
I just don't know what it does.
Yep, that's how it works. That's how it works.
I can't eat it.
Now she's bored. It's like, that was nice. Oh, there it is again. So I'm making some progress. I did realize that I forgot to finish taking off the right fairing, so I still have to do that. I've got everything lined up in the position that I took it off. A lot of this stuff is gonna get replaced anyways. So it's not a huge deal that I have it like in order or with the bolts together, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a new bolt set as well along with the new fairings. But either way, I got them all lined up. So it's one entire frame, there's no subframe or anything like that. The hassle here is dealing with all of the wiring harness and then getting it back in place, which is probably going to be difficult. But that is why I have it recorded. I'm not deleting any of this footage. Back when we did the ruckus and when we did the CRF, I referenced the disassembly video a lot, so I'm trying to do a good job of getting close enough that I can actually see what's going on. Sport bikes are not easy, they're not dirt bikes, and there's a lot of action going on. Like this whole wiring harness crap, like dirt bike doesn't even have any of this, so you don't even have to deal with it. I think things are gonna start coming off in bigger pieces now that we have a lot of the outside off. I'm hoping that I don't have to take apart the front, even though I will eventually. Right now, I don't really need to, but I'm hoping that will come off all as one piece or majority of one piece. I think there's just 2 bolts right here that hold on this whole front side. So as long as I can disconnect the wires from all of this, I should be able to take off the entire front cowling with the dash and the lights and all of that together. Did you get all that, Aylin?
Yeah, lights in the front together. My camera.
She's gonna be my build assistant once she can, you know, walk and talk and
Hold things.
hold things.
Dropping them.
Woo! Guest star. Howdy ho, neighbor. It's been a while.
Right? I was just gonna say that. It's been a time.
How you doing? Yeah. I haven't gotten too far, but it's taken me a long time. So we just took off the dash of the motorcycle, all the gauges and whatnot. We thought that we were gonna have to actually take it apart, so we started taking off all these screws, only to realize that the rubber boot that's around this plug was just really, really tight. It's not actually like sandwiched between any panels or anything like that, so you don't have to take any of the screws apart. And now we can take off the nose of the bike. Dude, just mount a light right here.
Right?
Oh man. Street Fighter R3.
Right. There is a smell. Yeah, I didn't fart. That's not why I said it. Need a little bit of a curve in it there.
Yeah, that's also what she. Okay, maybe go shorter.
Oh yeah. Sorry, sound a little bit bad.
Does that do it for you? All right. Okay. So we got the wiring harness completely taken out. We're gonna try to drop the motor out now, figure out where it's connected on here. We might need to take off the rear wheel first. We can take off the chain and we don't have to deal with that on the front sprocket. That'll be easy enough. And then we can figure out where we're dropping this out from. Could also probably take off the exhaust too. Come on, hold. So we're trying to figure out if there's more stuff or just what little things that we have to disconnect and remove before we can start taking out off the engine mount bolts. Yeah, throttle cable.
Spark plug leads, which we can just do now.
Good job. Get them. 2 shakes. Perfect. Cool. I think I know what time it is. How to remove a chain every single time. New chain, never been used.
Oh, is it off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna drop it a little, just so we can make sure that there's nothing that we're missing.
Okay, it's stuck on the kickstand over here. Bracket right here.
Motor's up.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, just go.
Okay, it's clear. You should be able to pull it out. Yay! We did it right.
Yeah, we did. All right, Evo is leaving. We got a lot done. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. Huge thanks to Evo Moto for coming out. You guys gotta check out his channel. He doesn't upload all the time, but he's got some videos on his channel if you guys wanna check it out. A lot of the stuff we did today would not have been a one-person job. We pretty much completely disassembled it. The only hiccup that we had was dropping out the forks from the steering stem. But I'm really happy with what we got done. I did not expect to do almost the entire thing today. I thought we were gonna get most of it done and that we would have to do a lot in the next episode as well. This is awesome. We've got everything, aside from a couple things here and there that I need to take off, that'll take like 2 seconds. Everything is separated from the frame except this right here at the front with the front forks, the wheel. So next week we'll get that separated. We'll get the wheels apart. I'll probably take this to a local motorcycle shop that I usually use so you can get that stuff separated really quickly so that I can take that to powder coating, and that'll probably happen next week. We'll start figuring out what parts we want to do. By the way, one of the big discussions going on right now on Patreon, if you're supporting over there, on the Discord channel, we've been talking a lot about what we want to do color scheme wise and figuring out the fairing graphics that we want to do and what colors we want to do for that and what colors we want to do for the powder coating. So if you're not supporting on Patreon yet, make sure you head over there and you guys can get your word in, get your vote in on what we're going to be doing with this. It's been really awesome to work with you guys coming up with designs and colors for this, because usually the colors and stuff that I do for all my other bikes, that's all me. But yeah, I like seeing what you guys want to do too. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you head over there and support. That's going to be it. As always, there's a link down in the description for the entire series if you guys want to check that out so you can see all the other videos that have or will come out in the series. I'm Motonosity. You can check out all the merch that I sell, from shirts to key tags, stickers, wristband covers. All of that is on my website, motonosity.com/shop. You guys are awesome. Remember, life's better with horsepower. Keep life lived. And I will see you guys in the next episode